Gossip at the Corpse Cart contains graphic and explicit content that may not be suitable for some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
Line coming! We have another special announcement. You swooped in and bought all of the tickets to the Gramercy Theater show. That show is sold out.
Sold out.
Bye-bye. So, we have a second live show in New York City in case you miss your chance at tickets.
That's right. We've added a second show. It's going to be at the Bell House in Brooklyn, New York on Sunday, July 9th. That happens to be my mom's birthday.
Ooh,
She will not be in attendance, but at least I have an excuse.
Just for me.
She's got better things to do.
She's got better things to do, but you don't. So you should be at the Bell House on Sunday, July 9th with us. The show starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Get your tickets now at wineandcrimepodcast.com. Once again, tickets are going really quick, so get yours today. Don't hesitate. It will definitely sell out.
We love the Bell House. We're so excited. We will see you on July 9th in Brooklyn. See you then. Hello and welcome back to Gossip at the Corpse Cart. Yes.
GACC attack.
GACC attack. One of us had a GACC attack this morning.
I think all of us in our own way did.
Absolutely.
I
I don't know
we have
left till the
who
last
you're throwing
minute.
shade at, but I qualify.
In this group, it could be any of us. We're constantly secreting something. Excrement is always an emergency in this friend group.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, we're running a little behind schedule this morning.
It's fine. It's fine.
GACC. Okay. Well, you know what this is. Not going to go over it. I'm Lucy.
Oh, I'm Kenyon.
I'm Amanda. Wow. Off to a positive start.
Well, I do have a special announcement for the top of the episode. This is a special little birthday message from generous donors Debbie and Aaron in honor of their friend's 40th. So this is their message. Jessica Mandrick is kind, smart, and thoughtful. She challenges herself to be exceptional and thus encourages and inspires those around her to be exceptional human beings, as opposed to felines.
As opposed to the goblins that we are over here.
Yeah.
Swamp goblins.
That's our friendship. We just inspire each other to
Swamp
be exceptional.
We three ladies enjoy selecting an episode to listen to throughout the week and texting each other quotes. It's always interesting to look at your phone in a meeting and see squirrel helmet or
That's funny. I like that.
or in fairness, I could describe Amanda's nipples in court.
Holy shit, you all could.
Oh, yeah. To be clear, neither of us had gotten to the part of that episode yet, so we both thought Jess was bragging about being able to describe Amanda's nipples.
She's seen them.
We are truly honored to have the privilege to be her friend and celebrate the milestone of 40 years around the sun with her by embracing our fear of commitment with a one-time donation in her honor.
Oh, that's so
I love it.
So happy
This is
birthday,
really
Jessica.
lovely. Happy birthday.
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 Well, should we get right to it with some crazy headlines from Amanda?
do
Yes,
it.
please.
And her
because my nipples are erect and ready to go. They're
Some
not erect.
Crazy headlights from
Crazy
Amanda.
nipples. Crazy headlights on my tits.
Ooh, that got me.
The way they just look right at you. And also down.
Eyes
can
up down
really-
on you.
They can look at you and look down at the same time. It's shocking. Anyway,
They're looking you up and down. They're very judgmental nipples.
paid
my
extra
nipples
for
are
that.
so judgmental. I have the most judgmental nipples.
I feel targeted by your nipples.
Me fucking too. So, can you imagine every time I'm naked, I'm judged by my own nipples? It's very, very challenging to be.
That
me.
is a horrible cycle to be in.
It's really tough. So, hi, these are my headlines. This batch, there's not a theme. It's really manic. And I don't think I really have a douche in the month.
Oh, we'll find one.
We'll find one. Well, you know what? Actually, sure. I think we do. Okay, whatever. It's fine. We'll get to it. So this first one, the acts of God that had to come together for this headline to exist are just like far too great not to believe. So this headline has made me believe in a higher power, okay?
Oh, officially.
Something out there is fucking with us, and this makes it clear as day. But to me, a higher power could also just be whoever's running the simulation that I know we're in. And this is proof. Here we go. Giant phallus-shaped iceberg floating in Conception Bay surprises residents of Dildo, Canada.
Okay.
Guys, it's not.
That's a lot to take in.
It's too much aligned. It's too much. It doesn't get any more apt than this. A photographer from the Newfoundland town of Dildo has captured images of a penis-shaped iceberg off the Canadian coast. And if you look at my photos on the drive, which will be on the blog, it's like circumcised. Like it is detailed. It almost looks carved, but you know it's not carved.
Mm-hmm.
It's shocking. Shocking.
Oh my God.
Right?
It does. It looks like an ice sculpture.
Yeah. Fully erect.
It has a head. It has a skull helmet.
Yes. It has a little acorn tip.
Wow.
The suggestive berg consists of a column with a domed head protruding from two small oval rafts of ice. Photographer Ken Pretty captured a shot of the ice formation by drone near the town of Harbor Grace, which sits along, the puns keep adding up, Conception Bay.
Wow.
Perhaps unsurprisingly, the Dicky Big, as locals are calling it, has attracted international attention, with Pretty sharing news stories from as far away as Thailand and Taiwan on his Facebook page. Quote, I knew I'd get a lot of comments, but I didn't expect this much, Pretty told the news agency Saltwire on Friday. Alas, the iceberg lacked staying power. Pretty photographed the 30-foot phallic structure on Thursday, April 27th, and it collapsed the next day. So even
we
like
got it just in time.
that part of it to me is like, oh, we're in a simulation or there's like a god. To get someone there with a drone on the day before it collapses in Conception Bay outside of Dildo, Canada, get out of here. According to the CBC, it's a strong iceberg season in Newfoundland and Labrador. Wow, this is where we get all of our dog names from Canada. With more than 200 off the coasts of the two provinces. Onshore winds brought in both pack ice and the bergs, said Diane Davis, who runs a Facebook group for iceberg hunters. If the trend holds up, we should see them for May and June, too. Mother Nature only gave us a handful last year. Well, this is more than a handful, tell you what. Mother Nature has provided more than a handful of phallic shapes to giggle about. In 2021, a man went viral for his photographs of a penis-shaped rock tower in Arches National Park. Cambodian authorities have had to beg people to stop picking the carnivorous plant Nepenthes bocarensis.
Oh, you covered that.
Yeah, I did. Which just so happens to look like a penis. And doesn't it like smell really gross too?
Yeah, it like leaks.
Yeah, it's like a corpse flower, but not. But it's similarly disgusting. And don't even ask about California's plague of penis fish, which washed ashore on Drake's Beach in 2019. I think I covered that too.
Don't even ask.
Don't even fucking ask. Don't make me sing. They were actually marine worms and have a long and storied history of looking phallic.
Ick.
Anyway, so yeah, floating penis, we don't have free will. Those two things connect. I promise you, just get ADHD and then you'll figure it out. Okay. So this next headline, just like I shop pretty frequently on Facebook Marketplace and like participate in my local buy nothing group, but I have never in my life seen this. And maybe it's just my algorithm that keeps showing me like $5,000 Princess Diana Beanie Babies instead. And I want to train it to show me this kind of shit. So here we go, out of Arkansas. Arkansas woman pleads not guilty to selling over 20 boxes of stolen human body parts.
Wow, that's a lot.
This. It's a lot.
Yeah.
An Arkansas
How big
woman.
are the boxes, though?
What's in the box?
Are they tubs?
I don't
Bins?
know. I don't
Should be
see.
plastic.
There are no photos in this article, so I
That is
couldn't upload
incredibly
any.
disappointing.
I know, but also probably for the best. An Arkansas woman has pleaded not guilty to charges that she stole body parts from medical school cadavers and sold them through Facebook for $11,000. Her name is Lucy Fitzgerald Wendell. Candace Chapman Scott, a 36-year-old former mortuary services worker, is accused of selling 20 boxes of everything from human skin to skulls to a man in Pennsylvania, according to a federal grand jury indictment.
To one buyer?
I guess.
Wow.
Unsealed by a Little Rack court and
What was he
Frady.
doing with them?
Well, I mean, he wants them for something.
He's a broker.
Oh, he might be. Scott was charged with 12 counts of mail fraud, wire fraud, and interstate transportation of stolen property. A lawyer representing her did not immediately return a phone call from NPR requesting comment.
NPR.
That's incriminating. Always give a comment to NPR.
Mm-hmm.
According to court documents, Scott worked for a company that offered commercial cremation services. One of their clients was an anatomy lab at the University of Arkansas, which used donated cadavers for medical education and research. After one of the company's scheduled pickup days, she messaged the owner of a Facebook group explaining how she acquired the corpses. Named Oddities, the private Facebook group contains about 380 members and bills itself as a safe way to shop. Lucy's going to go look for it.
I'm looking it up.
Named, Named Oddities.
Named.
Quote, I follow your page and work and love it, Scott wrote to the owner, all caps. According to the indictment, just out of curiosity, would you know anyone in the market for a fully intact embalmed brain? This is the loosiest article I've ever read. Scott sent pictures of 2 brains and a heart. The man offered $1,200 via PayPal and gave Scott pointers on how to ship the 3 organs to him in Enola, Pennsylvania via the U.S. Postal Service. Over the course of the next 9 months, Scott proceeded to ship the man an ear, an arm, lungs, livers, kidneys, hands, breasts, penises, fetuses, skin, skulls, and 1 whole human head.
Wow.
In exchange, he paid her $10,975 in 16 separate PayPal transfers.
An ear.
I love that they're using fucking PayPal. That's like the most egregious part of this whole story.
We use PayPal a lot
I know.
in the early days of our
I know.
business.
I think that's
'Cause
why I'm like,
before
why would you
Venmo.
use this? Each time, Scott returned the rest of the remains cremated to the school. The indictment does not name the buyer, but separate state charges connect the case to Pennsylvania resident Jeremy Lee Pauley, age 40. Pauley was charged by a Cumberland County criminal court with 4 counts of receiving stolen property, intending to participate in unlawful activity, and abusing a corpse.
Classic.
Pauley's lawyer did not immediately return NPR's request for comment, Rude. Police were tipped off to Pauley's purchases in June of 2022. In July, a caller reported finding, quote, human organs and, quote, human skin resting in 3 5-gallon buckets in Pauley's basement.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Tinder date
They weren't
turned
even
on you.
refrigerated.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, he was
Imagine the
cremating
smell.
them. Maybe he didn't bother to refrigerate, but yeah, the stank.
Yeah, that's just, yeah.
I don't know. Officials confirmed the report, confiscated all of the remains, and intercepted an additional set of packages containing parts as they were being shipped in Scranton. Of course they were. Pauley's Facebook page is still selling a human hand and a full set of human ribs, which Pauley says came from France.
France.
A website bearing his name describes him as a preservation specialist. Okay, no, he sells and she buys, or he also sells and he was buying from her. I don't know. A website bearing his name describes him as a
He's a
preservation
torso man. It's like a
Got it.
middleman, but for bodies.
ish preservation specialist who works to produce educational tools through reconditioning retired medical remains. A spokesperson for the University of Arkansas Medical School told NPR that the school is appalled that anyone would desecrate medical donations for their own gain.
They're asking for it. School.
Jesus. Quote, human bodies are an indispensable aid in the education of medical students, said Leslie Welch Taylor. We are extremely respectful of our donors when they are in our care. Each year, the school holds a ceremony for medical students to honor the deceased donors who help supplement their education. I think that's really cool. They partner with local cemeteries to house the ashes or return them to families upon request. Taylor said the FBI is trying to identify which cadavers were impacted, but it's a challenge given the embalming process affects DNA. I didn't know that.
Oh.
I wonder what that means in cases where folks are like re-dug up.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
you could tell if someone fakes like a car crash or something with like a dug up body,
Sure.
and you only have the DNA, not the teeth, obviously.
Interesting.
I think it would affect the DNA because you're pumping it full of chemicals and liquids.
Yeah.
But if you were to like take marrow out of a bone, for example,
that would
you
still
could probably
be,
still get it.
Sure.
You can
That's a good point.
affect the DNA without like completely altering
Ruining it.
all of the DNA.
True. It's so cool, though. I didn't realize that. The school and the cremation company knew nothing of the sales until they were contacted by the FBI last summer, and the company fired Scott immediately. Scott is in custody with a bail hearing scheduled for Tuesday, and her trial is set to begin end of May. So, like tomorrow, May 30th. You guys.
Exciting.
So
Go to Scranton.
keep an eye out. Well, she's going to trial in Arkansas.
Oh.
I don't know what's going to go on with the guy in Scranton, but I will be following up. And if you, dear listener, see any info, email that shit to me for a GACC follow-up. All right, I got a couple more for you. This next one is legendary. This is a length of deception that high school Amanda absolutely would have gone to cover up like my bad grades and my truancy.
Okay. We
I'm
don't
honestly-
we don't have a mailbox. Someone stole our mailbox.
Exactly. We don't have a mailbox. We can't get letters from the school. I didn't intercept them.
You tell the school a new address.
Yep, we moved. Sorry, you were
My
not
mom
big.
wanted me to tell you that we have a new address.
What if I had just gone to the post office and just forwarded all of our mail without ever telling my mother?
That would have been genius.
That would have been really genius. And honestly, I'm like
And
miffed
really
that I
inconvenient.
didn't. Really inconvenient and probably really illegal.
I think you need
can't
to
believe
be
I didn't
18
think of
years
this.
old to do that. You could have gotten your
Whatever.
sister to do it.
Yeah, I could have used her ID.
Yeah.
No one's. How would they know? They're not going to know. Okay.
Do you guys take
this-
a Blockbuster membership card?
That's all I need, right? Okay, the headline reads, Pennsylvania woman fakes abduction to prevent family and friends from finding out she never attended the university she was supposed to graduate from. This is me with Hamilton.
Yeah.
I wasn't
She
at
had a
graduation
good
because
run
I
for
got
4 years.
abducted. Yeah.
You
I
had
was
a good
student
run.
body president, but I was abducted, so I couldn't make it to graduation. Pennsylvania State Police said Chloe Stein was not missing or in danger after her car was found abandoned in Greensburg, saying her story was an apparent hoax. Stein has been charged with false alarm to Agency of Public Safety, false reports, obstruction of administration of law and other governmental functions, and disorderly conduct. She was taken to the Westmoreland County Prison on Tuesday night. On Tuesday night, Trooper Steve Limani said the 23-year-old woman from Jeanette.
Lamini.
It's Limani. It's Limani. 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 Such a Limani. Jeanette was found at the home of an acquaintance. Limani said Stein ditched her car on Monday night and walked to the home in Jeanette, staying there until Tuesday night. A tip came to the police that she was there. So she ditches her car to make it look like she's missing. And
Not
she's just,
illegal.
she's just at Blam Blurg's house.
Yeah.
Police said the last anyone heard from Stein was around 11 p.m. Monday when her boyfriend got a message from her that indicated she was being pulled over. Police issued a missing and endangered person advisory for her, saying they believed she was at special risk of harm or injury. I'm not sure why that is. State police said Stein was last seen leaving work at 10:30 p.m. on Monday. On Tuesday afternoon, Stein's mother said her daughter had finished working at the Sanic in Hempfield Township after 10 p.m., dropped off a coworker, came back to work to drop off a set of keys, and then headed home. Stein's boyfriend and 2 friends said they found her car on Radbow Road under Route 66 in Greensburg and called the police. She was reported missing around lunchtime Tuesday.
None of this
Limani
is
said.
her problem so far. It's everyone else overreacting.
I don't know. But if she called and planted seeds, she called her boyfriend and was like planting seeds that something was wrong.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
that's
illegal.
So that,
Well,
but
it's
if
not
that's
cool.
it's not cool. And if that started this whole domino effect, then we don't know exactly what she said on the phone, but she had to have said something pretty compelling if it started this whole situation.
I'm
And that's
not
on her.
convinced this is really her fault.
She did it on purpose to get out of
A
missing
bigger
graduation.
lie.
Yeah. So this is on her, Lucy. I don't really know what you want.
Sounds
this
like
to-
everyone
to
else
do.
was overreacting, is
Oh
my point.
God. Okay. Police said she was not heard from again until she showed up at a neighbor's house and produced an unbelievable story. She told investigators she was abducted by a man wearing a mask and held at gunpoint.
All right,
You
how
still
long
think
There we
that on
go.
her?
There we go. But before that, no.
Jesus Christ. Quote, she was released after being held at gunpoint and semi-assaulted, we'll call it, and bound, Lamani said. So then she was released and dropped off near an alleyway near her home. Of course, because that's what someone would do. According to the criminal complaint, when police told Stein her story was inconsistent with the evidence, she admitted to making up the entire story. So she cracked immediately. Real quick.
Because she was traumatized because she'd been abducted.
Yeah, of course.
Police said Tuesday night her story was made up. Stein's mom said she was set to graduate from Penn State Greater Allegheny this weekend. But a university officer told police Stein was not enrolled at the school as a student for more than a year and a half. So she had gone there and either she dropped out or probably,
And she didn't tell anybody that she dropped out.
Yeah.
And then eventually they're like,
Or
okay,
got
so
kicked out.
graduation. What's the logistics? Do we have seats? Da-da-da.
I feel like she probably got kicked out for like bad grades.
For
Yeah.
lying,
'Cause if she
for being a
just
bad
dropped out-
liar.
Why hide that? You know?
Depends on your circumstances.
Yeah,
True.
could be
It's
either
true.
way.
Either way.
Yeah.
Quote, the only reason we are here before tomorrow is because the people need to know there is not somebody pulling people over this minute that is abducting people. Like, Limani needed everyone to know that there's not a public safety risk of a guy in a mask pulling random
Yeah.
girls over and abducting them.
That's scary. Don't
Yep.
make jokes about that because that really happens.
Fucking exactly. The theory for the fabrication, Lamani said, was that Stein thought she had no other choice. Her inner circle, police say, was looking forward to celebrating a momentous occasion in her life this weekend, but only Stein knew that wouldn't happen. Oh my God, so even her like close friends and family thought she still went there. And I guess if
Yeah.
you're old enough, you're not living necessarily on campus anymore.
Right.
So you could probably even kind of fake it to your friends as
Yeah,
long
people
as you're
just
not.
ask how school's going.
It'd
and
be
Exactly.
real, well, as Amanda knows, it'd be real easy to pretend you go to a school that you
Hell
don't go
yeah.
to.
yeah,
Did it
until
for years.
graduation.
Mm-hmm. Beyond.
Police, exactly. Police said they searched for 6 to 7 hours on Tuesday using canines and a helicopter.
Oh,
That's expensive.
Shit.
Lamani said police spent tens of thousands of dollars looking for her while she was at a garage behind her house for the majority of that time.
She was at Blam Bulber's
She was
house.
squatting behind her own fucking
Yeah.
garage.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be so
Life comes at you
pissed.
fast.
She's in big fucking trouble. Life comes at you fast. Maybe she's the douche of the month.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking douchey.
An honorary female douche of the month.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there can be any number of female douches. I that's pretty fucked up because just the public fear alone of
Yeah.
being in this small Pennsylvania town and thinking there's somebody
The
who might be
resources
pulling
wasted.
people over. Yeah,
It could affect future cases, and that's why people investigators might not search hard the next time.
Yeah, you could fuck over someone who is actually
Yeah.
kidnapped.
Crying wolf.
Ugh. Yeah, douche of the month. Fuck you. All right.
Yeah.
I have a couple more for you. Here we go. This one, other than the penis iceberg, this was the other most sent headline maybe ever.
Oh, God.
And I didn't want to cover the original story. I just wanted to give an answer to the most submitted headline in the last 90 days for sure, but maybe ever. And this is, of course, an answer to the New Jersey pasta dump mystery.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yes.
I was tagged in it. I was DM'd it. I was emailed it.
I texted it to you to make fun of how many messages you were getting.
So
It
I have an alternate quick anecdote New Jersey
Ooh.
pasta dump story. And
It
fits
is about the
every
pasta.
word of that.
mm-hmm.
So recently we had some friends over as house guests, and I don't know how we got on this topic, but they told this story about the maybe not the first time, but early on in their relationship, one time when this guy's now long-term girlfriend was staying over at his parents' house and, getting to know his parents and whatever.
Mhm.
And she called him from one of the toilets and was like, oh my God, like, I don't know what happened. Like, the toilet is clogged. I swear to God, I just peed. Like, I swear to God, I just peed, but the toilet is clogged.
It's a Dumb and Dumber moment.
Whatever.
Please help me.
Please help me, whatever. Of course, like, it gets out and the whole family finds out that she clogged this toilet and no one believes her that she only peed.
It gets out. No one believes her that she
And they're
only
all, like,
peed.
giving her shit for having
This is
clogged
my
the
nightmare.
toilet.
Kenyon
this is my
asking for the
nightmare.
plunger at my parents' house
Oh
last
my
summer.
God, every time.
Yes. And then, like, towards the end of the weekend, they've been giving her shit the whole time.
Oh, God.
Towards the end of the weekend, the mom goes, oh, no, she hires a plumber. And the
It was
plumber
that bad
comes-
to investigate, see if
Yeah.
there was a turd down there.
Yeah, the plumber comes,
We're going to
whatever.
end this once and for all.
Then the mom goes, well, do you think it was the pound of pasta that I put in the garbage disposal?
Mom, it was you.
You're not supposed to
all
put
along.
pasta down your garbage disposal.
She put a lot of it down the garbage disposal.
Oh my God.
And then blamed her son's girlfriend all weekend for clogging the toilet.
Oh my God.
Why didn't you just throw it away?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
That's hilarious.
New Jersey pasta dump mystery.
There we
Maybe
go.
it was her. It was this mom.
Yeah.
Okay, so the article is from People magazine, where Blortney gets 99% of her news. And the headline reads, Mystery of hundreds of pounds of pasta found in New Jersey woods solved by neighbors. An estimated 500 pounds of cooked noodles found along a creek bank last week confused New Jersey residents and the internet. After an impassable discovery last week, just kill me, the macaroni mystery has been solved. Last week, baffled New Jersey residents found hundreds of pounds of cooked pasta noodles along a creek bed in a wooded area in the town of Old Bridge. Now, after the images went viral online, the truth has come to light. Neighbors in the Middlesex County town deduced that the piles of noodles came from a nearby house that had been put up for sale after the owner's death. The homeowner's son was cleaning out the property and found a large supply of expired groceries. He discarded the old dried pasta in the woods, and due to heavy rain in the area last weekend, the noodles became waterlogged
Yep.
and appear to have been cooked.
That was my theory.
The photo is vile. I can barely look at it. It's disgusting. It's too much. It's too yeah, I can't. Quote, I mean, I really feel like he was just trying to clear out his parents' house and they were probably stocked up from COVID, a neighbor named Keith Roast told NBC. On April 28th, Nina Jachnowitz, a community leader, first shared a Facebook post with the images of the mysterious pasta piles. In her post, Jachnowitz estimated that there had been more than 500 pounds of pasta dumped by the stream in Old Bridge, which she tells people would be in better shape if the present administration, which has refused bulk garbage collection, would have it.
Oh.
Yeah, she's politicizing the pasta event. Oh my God, there's another picture of the pasta. I can't. I gotta scroll. It's so gross. Soon after her post and after she reported the ordeal to the town, Jacowitz detailed that the area's public works department did clear the pasta from the area. The neighboring residents are grateful for the prompt response. Quote, I just moved in right next door, so that would have been a big mess to start cleaning all the flies in the house and the maggots.
Oh.
Yeah, like rotting. Oh, and it's all different kinds of. Oh my God, it's so gross. Why are there so many close-up
Stop
photos?
talking about it. It's really getting to me.
Okay, you don't have to look at it. I have to look at it.
But I have an imagination.
That's too bad. You're in this with me. You're in this with me.
But
Quote,
it's
the town-
same issue.
No.
Just fucking throw it away. Throw it away.
Well, I think that they're saying that like their public works department is so shitty that they don't think they'd pick up such a big pile.
I know
And then
that
it would
that's
just-
what they're saying, but there are alternatives.
So the guy's fucking alternative was, I mean, and I guess I could kind of see it. Like, if I'm not thinking this through, I'm going to dump a bunch of dry goods in the woods where, like, critters and squirrels will just eat it, right?
They don't eat.
And-
whatever.
They have little vermin and shit. They will fucking eat dry pasta. As someone who's
Not
had mice.
Hundreds of pounds of it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm saying
just
I
wasn't
could
thought through.
track the logic, even though it's stupid. It's very stupid. But if I did not have like a robust public works system that I felt would actually pick up my garbage if I was like cleaning up, but then like rent a dumpster, rent a fucking dumpster if you're
Take
cleaning
it
out your
to the
parents' house.
dump.
Yeah,
Do
I
something
know.
else with this.
That's disgusting.
It's a lot. Quote, the township
I'd
heard
move.
or read. I'm out.
I don't think I could rent a dumpster and shovel all that shit myself. I think
I
I
would
would
move
move.
instead.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, he should have rented a dumpster for the dry goods that he was cleaning out of his parents' house in the
Yes.
first place and not dump them in the garbage or not dump them in the woods. And then they never would have gotten cooked.
Correct.
Quote, the township heard or read the comments and responded by doing a rapid cleanup of the river basin and pasta dump. As my friend called it, a mission impassable.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Jock Nowitz wrote on Facebook, they also cleared out all the garbage tossed in the basin. Thank you, Casey, and the entire crew of Public Works. So, I mean, the good part of the story is they ended up cleaning up the whole riverbed because of it.
Well,
The truth
About
of Mission
fucking time.
Impossible is less thrilling than some of the hilarious theories that flooded social media the past week. Quote, is it possible that someone might have just tripped and their packet spaghetti fell out? One user wrote on Reddit, as another said, it was pasta, its expiration date. These are really bad puns. I hate these people. You all, I hope, get awful diarrhea. Another user suggested that the mess could be the fault of Stregonona, the subject of the children's book written and illustrated by Tommy DePaola.
Okay, I love that.
good.
I love, and her helper, Big Anthony, who causes her magic pasta pot to create an overabundance of pasta that nearly floods an entire town.
Big
I
Anthony.
loved that book.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Stregonona's the best.
Quote, no, it's clearly Big Anthony. Stregonona would never let pasta go to waste like that.
It's clearly Big Anthony.
But she fed the whole town. I love Stregonona.
would never.
Stregonona would fucking never. Okay, so this next one is like kind of a police blotter.
Oh, God.
It's a photo that you are not going to like, so maybe don't look at it.
I'm
if
looking at it
you-
right now.
I'm
Don't.
fragile after the pasta.
You'll
It
be
might
fine
be
with this.
worse.
It's fine.
Oh my God.
You have a child. You've seen worse.
She doesn't eat solids yet, so I don't have to see that
Oh,
every
she can
day
start
yet.
eating solids. She can keep her head up. Give her some fucking purees.
Oh,
Give her
she's
some
doing-
sausage.
We're doing purees.
Do it. That's a solid. So the photo for this is absolutely foul, and I fucking love it. This is a screenshot of a Facebook, like a police Facebook post, and it was sent to me by Chloe Kramer, and I audibly screamed when I opened the attachment on her email. I'm obsessed with it. Okay, here we go. It's from the Lincoln County Police Department. All caps.
Lincoln Logs.
Oh, God. All caps says, public apology. LCPD would like to apologize to Brenda's Brunch Palace for accusations made this morning by our department. 2 patrolmen and 1 sergeant ate breakfast at Brenda's Brunch Palace today and accused the waitress of serving them raccoon feces, which, like, honey, no, that's human shit.
That
if
is
anything.
a big old dump.
That is a large
Did
man's
she actually
turd.
serve them poop?
Oh, we'll get to it.
Brenda's Brunch Palace.
Brenda's Brunch Palace. The officers each made Facebook posts criticizing the establishment. The suspected feces were sent to the lab and analyzed and determined to be sausage.
Poor Brenda.
We apologize for any defamation caused.
Sue them. Sue the shit
Defecation,
out of them.
defamation.
This is how we defund the police. Fucking Brenda's Brunch Palace just takes down the whole system with the most amazing lawsuit of all time. You have a chance to be a
Hundreds of
hero, Brenda.
millions of
Let's fucking go.
My God.
I'm obsessed.
Talk about snowflakes. It's raccoon poop. It's a fucking sausage.
I mean, it doesn't
calm
look great. I
down.
don't
No,
think I
it
would
looks-
eat it.
It looks like shit. I've seen sausages like this when an ex and I were in Florida and we stayed at like a Holiday Inn and we got their continental breakfast. And the sausage links just looked exactly like dog turds. And
It
like we
looks-
had a small dog at the time, so it was like we knew
Can't eat it.
It looks
We ate 'em.
fried. It looks
They
like
look like dog
fried
shit.
sausage.
it's not good.
No.
And it should not be served on that big white porcelain toilet bowl plate either.
No,
doing
decisions
it
were
any
made,
favors.
but also calm down, cops.
Yeah, fucking relax.
They just get so amped up in their own heads.
I can't believe they didn't shoot anyone at Brenda's
Right.
Breakfast Palace because they
it's
thought,
amazing everyone survived.
yeah,
Their
they thought
paranoia.
someone served that shit. But the picture
The
is,
lab.
they sent it to the
Yeah, speaking of
can't.
wasting police resources,
Seriously.
you fucking dumbasses.
all it would have taken is one brave soldier to just give it a whiff or a bite, and you'd know immediately
or
that it
cut
wasn't
it in
poop.
half and
See
you
that
don't
it's
need
meat.
lab analyses to figure this out.
Oh,
Well,
you do,
Turns
apparently.
out you do.
Oh,
It
Jesus.
determined it to be sausage. I
Fucking
can't.
idiots.
Now
Might
get
have
to
been
all the rape
safer to eat
kits,
shit.
please.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking
Yeah.
can't.
Somehow they were able to get that turnaround
In a
quickly.
day.
To the front of the line.
Yeah, exactly. I hate it. Okay, last one. I'm going to leave you this week with a harrowing tale of survival out of the most terrifying place, Australia, mate. Missing woman survives an Australian wilderness for 5 days on bottle of wine and lollipops.
I heard about this latest queen.
I cannot even believe. The quote, the only liquid Lillian, who doesn't drink, had with her was a bottle of wine that she had bought as a gift for her mother, so that got her through. A woman has been rescued in Australia after surviving for 5 days on wine and lollipops. On Friday, Victoria Police posted aerial footage on Twitter of the area where Lillian, 48 years old, was found after her car was spotted in dense bushland. Yesterday afternoon, this is a quote, Air Wing were conducting a sweep of the hilly terrain when they spotted Lillian's car at the end of a dirt road in the Mitta Mitta bushland, police said. In the clip, officers could be seen approaching Lillian, then taking her hands and leading her to a police van that was directed to her location by helicopter. Quote, Lillian was found a good 60 kilometers away from the nearest town, and due to health issues, she was unable to try and walk for help. So she stayed with her car. The only liquid Lillian, who doesn't drink, had with her was a bottle of wine that she had bought as a gift to her mother, so that got her
What
through.
varietal?
I'm not sure. Let's see if they tell us. As the woman was only planning
So
a short...
Chardonnay, she dies.
Oh, God. I would rather just die.
She's like, it's not worth it.
I can't do this even to survive. As the woman was only planning a short day trip, so had only taken a couple of snacks and lollies with her, but no water.
Lollies.
Lollies. Additionally, Lillian was able to use her car's heater overnight to give her some warmth. Lillian, who resides in nearby Cheltenham, was then taken to the hospital for observation and to be treated for dehydration. Concerned family members had contacted police after not hearing from Lillian, who Torpy said had the, quote, great common sense not to wander off. Quote, after being lost in the bush for 5 days, she was extremely relieved and grateful to see us, and we were just as happy to see her.
I mean, that
Can
is
you
actually
imagine?
very harrowing. Like,
Oh,
it's
that's
like a
terrifying.
Yeah. Ugh.
5 days.
That's-
I can't.
Really wild.
It's so scary. So scary. I'm just glad that she made
Don't
it.
go outside.
And just never leave your house. Yep, that's this is not victim blaming. This is just how we avoid these situations in the future. Never leave your house. Anyway, those are my headlines this month. And if you have some fun ones to share, go ahead and send them my way. You can email wineandcrimepodcast@gmail.com or go to our website, the contact us page, and select funny headline and send them off.
Yes.
All right, should we take a quick break and hear a word from our sponsors?
Let's do it.
What's up?
Let's all take a moment to check in with ourselves. Do a little self-scan. How would you rate your relationship with yourself lately? Whether you're feeling confident and want to explore maybe your innermost desires a bit further, or you could just use a little boost in self-love, Dipsy's sexy audio stories are here to help.
Dipsy is an app full of hundreds of short, sexy audio stories designed by women for everyone. They bring scenarios to life with immersive soundscapes and realistic characters, realistic accents. Discover
Unlike ours.
Right. Discover stories about second chance romances, adventurous vacation flings, and hot and heavy hookups. Radically inclusive, Dipsy has stories for straight and queer listeners, and 56% of stories are voiced by actors of color. You have never heard celebrities like this before. Listen to stories voiced by Sarunas J. Jackson, E.R. Fightmaster, and Luke Cook. New content is released every week, so in between listening to your favorite stories again and again and again, you can always find something new to explore. And they also have soothing sleep stories. I can never get enough sleep stories.
I love these.
They got wellness sessions and sexy stories you can read.
For when you forget your headphones or are in a public place.
You just got to be a little bit more
Discreet.
subtle about it.
Discreet. I just love, can I just say about Dipsy, I love the writing. I think that the writing is actually exceedingly well done, which is something that is lacking in a lot of other
Forums.
It's just great. It's very high quality.
Very. So let Dipsy be your go-to place to spice up your me time, explore your fantasies, relax and unwind, or heat things up with a partner.
And for listeners of the show, Dipsy is offering an extended 30-day free trial when you go to dipsystories.com/gals. That's 30 days of full access for free when you go to DIPSEA stories.com/gals. One more time, dipsystories.com/gals. And treat yourself.
Treat it.
Okay, I've got some coven confessions for you this month. I
Yes.
pulled these over a month ago, so I have no idea if there's a theme,
I love it.
but I know that they're going to be funny. And
Fabulous.
this first one is, it might cause a couple of
Gags.
rush jobs at the lab.
Oh, God.
Poop.
Oh, God.
Quote, I'm going to be as vague as possible because I am so thoroughly disgusted about what I did.
Oh, no.
And I am probably over-exaggerating, but I'm not sure.
It's Brenda from the Brunch Palace.
I'm not sure about the legality of this situation.
I slipped these cops a turd.
Fucking
And then they
pigs.
fell for it and said it was someone did me a solid at the lab.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Ish. See, I could never do it because I don't think I've taken a solid shit in 10
Right.
years.
No.
Yeah.
No one would, but like, what is this sausage slurry that you're trying to serve me? Get out of here.
You'd have to solicit the poop from someone else.
I'd have to freeze it in a mold.
Might as well
Too
be
much
sausage.
work.
Okay.
Freeze it in a mold.
You do love a
Jesus.
craft.
I
See, you
love
do.
a craft. I really love a craft.
The statute of limitations probs wore out, though, so just don't use my name in case. Never will.
Okay, Brenda.
Never do. When I was in
Sure, Jan.
when I was in college, I worked at a chain ice cream shop. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm a great employee. I work hard and learn very quickly. I'm also really efficient, so I did all my work really fast, which made me the favorite with the managers, except one. Let's call her Nat. Nat was a stereotypical goth fast food employee that hated her job, but
I
was
love
good at
Nat.
it. Yeah, we all had a Nat.
I stand Nat.
Gnats make up, I would think, at least 40% of our listeners.
Oh,
are like
easily.
goth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hardworking but cynical fast food employees.
Underappreciated
Yeah,
goths.
yeah,
Super
yeah, yeah.
jaded.
Are our demographic.
Yeah, manager, like without meaning to be.
Mm-hmm.
Nat always had a bad attitude, but all the employees understood and appreciated it. She was the one to train me in. One of the main jobs as a newbie is cleaning the bathrooms. As you can imagine, the bathrooms of a fast food place are not great.
No.
Also, it's a fast food ice cream place, so those bathrooms are.
Ooh.
Every lactose intolerant customer within 20 miles
I
is
am
like,
sorry, I have
lining up.
destroyed that bathroom.
I'll personally apologize.
oh my God.
The last time I had ice cream, my words were, "It's a bad idea, but it sounds good right now." I'm gonna regret it, but
But I had a strong stomach and was eager to please in my youth, so I did it enthusiastically. We've all had that first job where we just worked really hard.
Oh, I had to clean shit, like dried shit off the side of a toilet at one of my early restaurant jobs, and the managers gave me the nickname Turd Princess. So, yeah, been there.
Yeah.
TP.
Although it was expected that we use our hands and paper towel to scrub inside the toilet bowl. Spring for a toilet bowl brush.
And
people.
also spring for it, it's like $6.
I know.
I do that
you.
at my own house, but I wouldn't do that
Ew,
in a place.
I don't even do it at my own house.
I don't either. I bought a toilet
Wash
bowl
your
brush
hands.
for
Doesn't matter.
Grow up.
I wash
Why would
my
you
hands
even-
and I don't
Both.
do that.
Yeah, why would you force
Not
yourself to do
either
that when you
or.
can get a very cheap appliance?
Because then you have a poop covered thing just permanently in your house.
It
It's easy to
lives
wash
in
and
a little,
rinse.
yeah, like
and it has
thing
its
with
own little
bleach.
cover cup.
I
Yeah.
disagree. I
you're
disagree.
An
definitely
episode of
wrong.
Unimpressed because
You're-
it drives me insane and people
you're
don't have
wrong.
toilet bowl brushes. Okay. Like it should be fucking mandatory. Okay.
Yep. When I run for president.
A toilet brush in every bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
So this person says, but I have boundaries. So I refused and would just put toilet paper around the rim and flush it over and over and over again until the poop stains came out.
Smart.
Oh,
Smart.
that's
a lot of water.
Jesus.
Don't care.
One slow night, we were doing some deep cleaning in the back, and I saw a comically large toilet brush, about 3.5 feet long,
So they did have one.
and a brush part the size of my head.
Brilliant. I want that.
I picked it up, turned to Nat, and asked, "Hey, Nat, what is this for?" She paused and looked at me with a straight face and said, "Oh, that's the toilet brush." Oh, I thought, nice. I can more easily clean the toilets now. So every night I closed for weeks,
No.
3 to 4 nights a week.
It's not a toilet brush.
No.
And I brought the brush into the bathrooms, cleaned the toilets with it, and left it in there because why are we bringing the dirty toilet brush into the back where we make the ice cream cakes and store food? That's gross.
No.
Oh my God.
No,
I
this is Dairy
noticed-
Queen. This is Dairy Queen. Fast food ice cream place.
I noticed.
Making cakes.
Yeah. I noticed every time I came into
No.
clothes that the toilet brush was back where I initially found it. I asked Nat why, and she said, "Oh, just for aesthetic reasons. It's ugly and guests don't like looking at it." Which made sense.
Oh my God.
Several weeks later, Nat quits and it's another slow day. Another coworker and I are in the back and she picks up the toilet brush and rests her chin on it.
Nat is complicit. Nat is complicit in this situation
I
now
love
because
Nat.
she has held on to the lie that is a toilet brush.
Me, oh my God, ew, don't put your face on that. Confused. Why? What? That's the toilet brush. What? No, it's not. That is what we use to clean the ice cream machine.
No! 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 I knew and I still can't. I fucking knew. No. Bye. Goodbye.
So it wasn't cleaned?
No, I'm out. I'm fucking done. No.
It also makes sense why Nat first called it the toilet brush as like kind of a joke.
Yeah.
You
Maybe
know,
Nat
it's
is
just the
fucking
nickname
complicit.
for it. If it looks like a toilet brush, it's just
Right.
what
She
they call
kept-
it.
She kept perpetuating the lie, though.
she did perpetuate it when she found it in the bathroom.
And kept moving it back. She
Yeah.
found it repeatedly in the bathroom.
But enough plausible deniability, I think.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I don't know. I want Nat to be arrested and charged with first-degree murder. Because now I can't go back. She's murdered Dairy Queen.
The only explanation I can come up with is Nat found it hilarious that the bosses were using a poop brush to clean the ice cream machines. Because she was a manager, she would be in the building up to an hour after everyone else left for closing duties. So my theory is that she would wait until everyone else was gone, go into the bathroom, put my toilet brush back in its home, and then leave it for the next morning's cleaning. What the fuck?
No.
I still want to throw up when I think about it.
I'm never gonna be okay again.
Yeah. I stayed employed there for 2 more years and actually took Nat's position as manager.
Bitch, what?
I wonder why. Nat's gone.
Send it to the lab.
Send
that blizzard to the lab.
I'm speechless.
Weeks. Like a month solid.
It's better to just not know the shit that you're ingesting.
No.
You never eat outside of your home ever again.
No, my eyes are watering. I can't.
Okay, all right, next one.
You'd never know if you didn't know.
Oh my God.
Okay. Here it is.
Where was this Dairy Queen?
We don't know.
We don't know that it was a Dairy Queen.
We know a fast food ice cream chain.
They exist outside of Dairy Queen.
It's Dairy Queen or maybe Culver's.
We don't know.
Those are like the only options.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Quote, here it is, and I'm not sure it's going to be as crazy as I made it sound, but whenever I receive junk mail from mortgage companies, lenders, Mormons, etc., I shred up the correspondence into tiny little confetti-like pieces, stuff it all back into the return envelope that is paid for by that company, and mail that sucker right on back to them.
Cute. I like that.
That's a lot of
I send
work.
them porn. Little meticulously cut out pornographic images.
Stupid, I know, but I absolutely hate getting junk mail and find it creepy that they know how to get my address. I know that the person that received it is not the one making the choice to mail me, or maybe it is. Either way, I try and send a message for people to stop sending me junk mail. Oh, and if you're going to ask, I do leave my name and address for them with a message to take me off their junk mail list. I don't really care that they know it's me. I just don't want to receive the mail.
They're going to know it's you anyway because those return envelopes are marked.
Right.
Like they can track them.
Yeah. So there you go. That's just an idea. I thought it would be
cute.
I
think you should upgrade. Go to porn.
It does take a little bit more work. You have to like keep the tiny porn handy.
I mean, unless you're lucky like me and a friend that you have, their parents do kind of like a Pawn Stars thing where they have their own like pawn shop or secondhand store, and they will purchase old storage units at auction for super cheap. And so that's how I ended up with the porn. They bought this storage unit and they found all of those, like, you know, the Christmas cookie tins that like grandmas keep their
full of porn?
sewing kits, full of porn. And it was all like cis-het gay man porn. And it was like X-Acto knifed, like perfectly cut out around these naked men. Perfect, like all cut out. Like
trove.
Hours and hours and hours of time had gone into this. And so my friend sent me a bunch of this cut out porn to just do with what I wish.
Amazing.
And I still have the Tupperware he sent me was like so big. It's so perfectly packed.
Are you going to use it for your wedding? We should have used it for your bachelorette.
Oh, that's right. I'll bring it up to the wedding. I'll put porn on the tables. I'll hide some porn.
You all have way too much time on your hands. Just put the junk mail into the recycling and move on with your life.
No, it's more fun.
Yeah.
Just because you have no joy doesn't mean I can't send porn to like the scam churches that are trying to get me to like buy a $50 amulet to bring me
mail
wealth.
And scam mail are different. If it's just junk mail, like I'm not going to send porn to like
but I do
St.
send
Jude's.
No, I send it to like the scam church mail and shit like that.
Yeah.
The stuff you were porning was super scammy.
It was very scammy. I know. I'm not just porning like magazine subscriptions.
Yeah. Okay, this next one might bring Lucy some joy.
Oh.
Because she clearly desperately needs in her life.
Yeah.
Quote, just listened to Waffle House Crimes and figured it is due time for me to tell the truth about something that I've kept hidden for years now.
Oh my God. I'm honored.
While living in a different state that I am currently residing in, I had a boyfriend who worked at the same restaurant as me. My ex also worked at said restaurant, and we were still on good terms and would talk/text back and forth. One summer evening, he texted me while I was with my boyfriend and roommates and told me about the crazy amount of business they had done and our profit for the night. My boyfriend saw the amount and got an idea.
Rob the Waffle House.
This is where I start letting out information that I have never disclosed to anyone.
Oh my God.
I was already planning on moving back to my new hometown, and my boyfriend knew it, but we were
She was moving anyway.
We were broke youngins, only 22 years old at the time, and didn't have any preparations for our future, and definitely didn't have the forethought that our immature brains shouldn't be making drastic choices after drinking beer all night.
Oh my God.
My boyfriend's grandiose idea was to go the next morning and rob our place of work since he knew how much money was there. He had an airsoft gun and a ski mask.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
And figured he could coerce the opening manager to give up the money as we were taught to do and be on his merry way.
Yeah, you're not supposed to fight back. But this also is a Waffle House.
But also, like, this is a full-on robbery. I just need you to know
it's
that.
an armed robbery.
Well, we also have a panic button next to the safe, and apparently his attempts were futile because the manager pressed the button, alarming police to the robbery. All this being said, he was caught, arrested, and charged with armed robbery and 3 counts of holding a hostage.
Yup.
And went to jail.
Yeah, honey. It doesn't matter that the gun... Even if it was a fake gun, like
you're traumatizing
the person on the
someone.
other end doesn't know the difference. So you are still threatening someone with a weapon.
The cops figured out we were dating, and I was called in for questioning, and they wanted my phone to tie in the fact that it was premeditated, knowing that there was going to be a large amount of cash there because my ex had texted the amount to me. Since I knew, and also to like implicate you, honey buns.
Yep.
Since I knew he was going to do it and I didn't want to go down for conspiracy, I told the cops that I had personal things on my phone implying nude pictures. And I wanted to draw up a contract that only allowed them to look at the messages between my ex and I for the night. Which honestly, that is smart. Don't let the cops just like willy-nilly
Take
go
your
through
whole
your
phone.
phone. Yeah. Not to mention I was a wild child and definitely partook in the types of extracurricular activities that make you think you are talking to God and seeing trees tripling and changing colors and that kind of stuff.
She doesn't want the cops to know about her hobbies.
Yeah.
Super fair.
Traces of purchases could also have been found in message threads, and I was scared shitless of being caught. Needless to say, the cops did it because it meant that they would get their guilty verdict on my boyfriend, but they definitely suspected me and just let it go because it was a small town not used to crime of any kind. So she ended up, or this person, I don't know if it's a she, this person ended up not having to give her phone over to the cops, but it's good that you didn't just like blindly give it over. I went to visit him before I moved. We broke up. I'm an asshole. I know.
No, you broke up with him in prison.
Oh, yeah.
They did.
Nice.
And I got the hell out of Dodge. As far as friends and family know, I was just as blindsided by his attempts as they were. Don't feel too bad for him, though. He was a pathological liar and is now a used car salesman, which is more descriptive of his personality than I could ever give.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel this is crime light, but do with it what you will. Just feels like the right time to get it off my chest.
I'm glad you have confessed to us all anonymously.
Yeah.
Our lawyer will be in touch.
And I hope that you used an anonymous email because if we get subpoenaed,
not our problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna
we'll
sing
hand
like
over just
canaries.
your email, not all of our emails.
Yeah.
Right.
I have no obligation not to rat you out completely.
Okay. Next one. Quote, I just listened to the Sailor Crimes episode. I don't even remember doing that one.
I don't remember
I don't
anything
know that
we
that
do.
is a real episode. Do you have
It
the right
is.
podcast?
Sailing crimes.
Oh, okay.
Didn't we do that?
It is. I talked about the people crossing the Pacific Ocean, and we marveled at that for like ever.
Oh, okay. I believe, and you guys mentioned syphilis. Sounds like us. Okay.
Could have been any given episode.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
Kenyon
when
made
don't
the
we
comment
mention
about how crazy syphilis can be if not treated, and I'm not going to lie, I really had no clue what it was. So I Googled it, read a bunch, clicked some articles, suggested searches, photos, whatever, and then went on with my life. They had a little, syphilis.
You went
Google
on with
search.
your
Deep
life
dive.
after that?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's so funny. I mean, I can totally see that. The next day, I head to the dermatologist. I had just moved and I'm going to a new doctor in a new area and used my phone to get from my house to the doctor's office. My phone is my lifeline because I literally can't get home without it. When getting out of my car, I was holding my phone in my hand and accidentally activated TalkBack,
No.
which is an accessibility feature for the vision impaired. I'm sure this is a great feature for those who need it, but it is very annoying if you don't need it.
And it's now incriminating you with your Google searches.
It is almost impossible to use your phone. It reads everything you touch on your phone out loud.
I would launch myself into the sun.
Every app, every action, every letter you type, everything.
Goodbye.
You also have to tap and double tap your phone in a certain way and use 2 fingers for certain
make it
actions.
stop?
Yeah.
No.
To navigate back to the place to make it stop.
You need to know a series of intricate codes to make it stop ratting you out.
It's for vision impaired people.
Yeah. I mean,
I love that, but
I can imagine. Yeah.
I'm terrified.
It's very frustrating and very hard to navigate, and the whole time your phone is screaming at you. I have done this once before, and it took me a good 30 minutes to get the appropriate settings to deactivate it.
Alexa, help.
Oh no, honey.
I immediately started panicking because 1, I had a medical record / prescription I wanted to show the dermatologist, and 2, I can't get home without my phone. I need access to maps, and right now I can't even navigate to the correct screen. I tried to fix the phone outside, but I'm not going to be late to my appointment, so I walk into the medical building. I have to ask someone what floor dermatology is on because I can't find that info on my phone.
Oh God.
I get to the office, check in. I sit down in the waiting room. I manage to open my browser to Google how to turn off TalkBack.
No.
And the second I open the page, my phone screams, "What are the symptoms of syphilis?"
Oh no, honey.
In the dermatologist.
Oh, babe, no. No.
Pro of COVID was that the waiting room wasn't that full, but it was fucking full enough.
Wasn't that full?
I didn't even think about the waiting room. Oh my God. Oh, honey.
I just put my phone away and waited for my name to be called and stared at the floor.
Just waited to die.
Syphilis, I don't know her. Oh my God, the poor thing.
What are the symptoms of
Syphilis. Oh my God. Angel.
Just left.
Just walk out. Yeah.
I wouldn't
We're
even need my
done.
phone to get home. I'd just walk into traffic.
Yeah. We're moving anyway because I clearly can never go back here.
Just Ophelia style. Just waste away. just leave mentally.
Bye-bye.
This next one is like giving Amanda vibes.
Great. Can't wait.
Hey, gals, let me tell you about the time that I gaslit my church over a hickey.
Love that.
When I was in high school, some friends and I volunteered at our local church to be counselors during vacation Bible school.
Mm-hmm.
When I was about 16 years old, my boyfriend at the time and I were really into giving and receiving hickeys.
Yeah, it's the only sexual activity that you're not afraid of at that age.
As 2 newly sexually active teenagers are wont to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one day I forgot to cover a hickey on my neck and showed up to church where I was going to be looking after 6 first graders for 5 hours.
Ish. I'm so glad I never got into hickeys.
I gaslit my dad about a hickey once.
Spider bite.
No,
I also really didn't get into like oral first either. I just went straight for the main event and then let the other stuff come afterward.
I it was my high school boyfriend, and we were just messing around. We were like, hickeys are stupid. Let's give each other hickeys. Because, like, how do they happen organically? It's so dumb.
Right.
So I had a hickey on my neck, and my dad saw it, and he was like, is that a hickey? And I was like, no, gross. Who gets hickeys? And the boyfriend was sitting right next to me, and then my dad left the room. And so I took a purple Crayola marker and drew like 6 more hickeys all over my neck and like blended them in to look like hickeys.
What?
And then he came back in and saw him, and then we all laughed, and it was funny. But like, that's how I gaslit my dad about actually
There you
having
go.
a hickey.
Oh
So
my
maybe it's
God.
giving more Lucy. Okay.
Yeah.
This is amazing either way. And also disgusting.
Well,
So
it worked.
throughout the day, I noticed that people were staring at me, but I thought nothing of it until the VBS director pulled me aside and told me that my appearance was vulgar and inappropriate.
Okay. And sorry about it.
She would be calling my mom,
Sorry I fuck and you don't, loser.
literally sweating like a sinner in church. And motivated purely out of fear of my mother's wrath, I told her that it wasn't a hickey, but that I had burnt myself on the neck with a curling wand.
That's always the best excuse because it really does look the same.
She didn't believe me and said she would be calling my mother anyway at the end of the day.
Fucking go ahead.
Luckily, one of my friends was giving me a ride home that day, and she lived down the street from me, so I asked her if we could stop by her house so I could burn myself quick with her curling wand.
Okay, I'm the friend who's driving you home
Yeah.
and saying, absolutely, Lucy, let's go burn your neck. This is the best idea you've ever had.
And she was super chill and said
Yep.
yes.
Yep. We tag yourselves.
Oh,
Fucking tag yourselves.
So I go home, and my mom was ready to send me to meet the good Lord with her bare hands. And I was like, no, Mom, look, it's just a curling iron burn. And she paused and was like, yeah, wait, that does look like a curling iron burn. And then I decided to kick it up a notch and immediately started crying and telling her how humiliated I was by
Yes.
the director's
Yes.
accusation.
This is the way.
How embarrassed I was the whole day, and that I didn't even want to go back the next day.
Yes, get out of Bible camp. Let's go.
And my mom was livid and called the church and spoke with the VBS director and chewed her out, demanding that she apologize to me
Publicly.
for humiliating me and disrespecting my character.
Yes, this is that. Yes, this is fucking amazing.
Oh, that lying slut. I love this.
I love her.
The next day, the director profusely apologized and left me alone for the rest of the summer. Suffice to say that ever since then, I have been very conscious about my hickey placement.
Ew, just don't do. You're too old now for hickeys. It's that time has passed.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah.
You're done.
I love that.
Yeah. I love the mom being pissed and then being like, no, that does look like a burn. And then like chewing them out. So those are the confessions this
I
month.
love this batch.
It was a good batch.
Such a good batch. Well done.
Yeah. Well, thanks. And if you have some confessions, write us in. Go to our drop-down menu on our website, contact us page. We want to hear all the stupid ass shit you did.
It's so funny. We love it.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's take a quick break and hear from some sponsors.
Let's do it.
Okay, Coroner Corner time.
Ooh.
I have a smattering. I don't think there's a theme. Well, maybe
The macabre
let's
in
say
general.
dead bodies are the theme.
Am I getting a new fear?
So new and fresh.
You might, you don't drive for Uber Eats, so you probably won't get a new fear.
Yet.
Okay, so this first one is so short and so bizarre. This is sent in by Freya FB, and this article is from Sky News. This happened like a month ago.
Okay.
The brevity is the best part. Okay. A man has been caught storing his dead father's body in his freezer. Police in the town of Landgraaf in the Netherlands reportedly discovered the corpse after concerns were raised by a family doctor who was worried about the 101-year-old father's health. Of course.
Okay.
Dutch media reported the man's son, aged 82, told officers he, quote, did not want to let him go or I would miss him. De Limburger newspaper said the son claimed he decided to put his parents' corpse in the freezer when he died of natural causes 18 months ago.
That's a long time to leave your dad in the freezer.
So he could, quote, continue to talk to him.
Oh. Okay.
Police are reportedly now investigating whether any fraud has been committed. This is the best
like
part.
to see if he's collecting like Social Security or anything like that.
Yeah, as if that's the primary issue.
I mean,
Here's the best part.
legally it kind of is.
Council officials who visited the house are said to have described it as, quote, a mess and given the son a week to clear it up.
Ooh, hoarder.
No, I mean, it's just like, what a mess.
Usually if they
deal with it. We'll give you a week to deal with it.
Ew.
But
gross.
it might
Clean up.
it might be a hoarder situation if they demanded he clean it like that.
Does no one think this is funny?
I think it's weird.
That the police are like, well, we're deciding whether there's fraud. And the city council's like, yeah, we'll give you a week to deal with it. And then everyone just kind of left him alone about it.
Well, he didn't kill him.
He kept him in the freezer for a year and a half to talk to him. Oh my God. Okay.
And you wouldn't do that with Ray or
Not
Ghost?
with Ray. Bye.
Ghostface, you would.
Yeah, of course.
You love Ray.
You really love Ray.
Yeah, but he barfs a lot. Okay. This next one was sent in by Madison, also from a People magazine article, Blortney's favorite. This is from April 2023, so this just happened. A Florida man has been charged with killing and dismembering an Uber Eats driver who delivered food to his home.
God damn it, Florida.
The Pasco Sheriff's Office said in a statement Tuesday that the male delivery driver was killed after arriving at the home of Oscar Solis, age 30, in Holiday, Florida, on April 19th, shortly before 7 p.m. Solis then attempted to rob the victim and ultimately killed him. No other individuals were at Solis's home at the time of the murder. The victim and Solis did not know each other.
So it was
Yikes.
just a robbery gone wrong. He wasn't
Seems
actually
like
like a
it.
serial killer or something.
We don't know yet. The victim's remains were later found at Solis's home in trash bags and a cooler, which also contained a receipt with Solis's name on it. So like the Uber Eats receipt, I think.
Probably.
Speaking in a news conference Tuesday, Pasco County Sheriff Chris Noko said the victim's wife texted him at 6:43 p.m. and he replied to say he was making his last delivery and would be home soon. She then contacted him at 7:13 p.m. and didn't receive a response.
That's really sad.
Later that night, the victim's wife reported him missing, and the sheriff's office sent out a patrol before transferring the case to their missing persons unit. The unit contacted Uber Eats, who provided the victim's last known GPS coordinates, which were at Solis's house. So this detective said that detectives went to the property, but no one answered the door. On Friday, detectives returned and were able to make contact with Solis's roommate. So this was like 2 days later. The roommate provided footage of the outside of their home on April 19th, the day he disappeared. In the footage, Noko said the victim is seen walking to the house to deliver food, and then the video cuts out.
Ooh, that's very creepy.
On the following day, Solis was allegedly seen carrying trash bags with another individual or someone else involved to the side of the house. When detectives went through the bags, they discovered human remains. Noko also said the victim's wedding ring and car keys were found inside the house while his car was found like a third of a mile away. So I don't know how his car got moved, but Solis had his keys. I'm not sure. Quote, "This is a gruesome case," says Noko. "This was absolutely a horrific crime of passion. This was demonic. This individual, what he did was demonic." So there are details here that we don't know yet. That
So it wasn't just a robbery gone wrong.
it was not just a robbery. I mean, no, he was dismembered.
Remembered.
At the same time, we couldn't answer the question of why. What's the relationship? There doesn't appear to be any relationship. All it appears to be is that this was a gentleman working, doing his last delivery of the night, and this person killed him for no reason and took him away from his family.
Ugh, that's so sad.
So Solis had already been arrested with some shit. Like, he was a convicted felon. He was obviously violating his parole. He had been arrested and served prison time for assault and burglary, and he had links to MS-13. So he was not a great guy.
Yeah.
The victim's identity was later revealed as Randall Cook, age 59. Cook's stepdaughter, Brittany Zoba, said her stepdad had moved to Pasco County with her mom to enjoy retirement as he was working for Uber Eats to support the couple's dream of beach living.
Oh my God.
This is so senseless. Why are people so awful? I don't know.
It's really fucked up.
Quote, I love my mom to death and I hate to see her like this. I just want her to be happy. I don't want her to be alone. Just knowing that she has to come home every day to her husband not there. They shared so many amazing memories together.
Just awful. People are evil.
He was just delivering dinner.
To save money for
Beach living.
Yeah, that's awful.
That's
so
terrible.
sad.
Why
That's
do you
really
bring us
fucking
down
terrible.
like this?
It's my job.
Wow.
It's literally my job.
Literally your job.
You're so right.
Okay, this one's more fun. This was sent in by Kath, and it's from IFL Science. I fucking love science. As far as archaeological discoveries go, finding a mummified hand of a tiny baby clutching at a late medieval coin is already in Indiana Jones territory.
Wait, is this baby's name Richard? The Richard?
The baby does not have a name.
Okay. We're good. Continue.
Are you confusing this with a different mummified baby hand clutching a late medieval coin?
Yes.
Jesus.
I literally am.
Oh my
And
God.
I'm covering it for an upcoming case. But it's not this one, so it's fine.
Oh my God, you two.
Didn't realize this was a common thing. Okay.
Continue.
But in 2005, a team opened up a pot at an abandoned cemetery in Nyalorinc, Hungary, and found just that. Also, the hand was green, pushing the whole find well into Indiana Jones 4 turf.
Ish.
So the team writes, quote, during data collection in a late medieval osteological series of Nyalorinc Hangarut, we have
Okay.
we have come across a
Ever heard of it?
Nope.
we have come across very small green-colored remains of a perinate, like a baby, individual that seems to be partially mummified. There's a picture on the drive, which will be on the blog.
Oh God.
It's real cool. Preservation of these.
Oh God.
I think it's so
Oh, that coin is so big compared to the hand.
neat. It's baby hand.
I know, but it's sad.
Yeah. Preservation of these minute remains was so good that we decided to invite a specialist of other scientific fields to conduct a series of multidisciplinary investigations on the bones in order to come to a common conclusion concerning these rare findings unparalleled in the bioarchaeological record.
Oh.
In other strange and unexplained details of the case, a coin found alongside the remains was in circulation between 1858 and 1862. So in other words, the pot burial took place at least 150 years after the cemetery had been abandoned.
Weird.
The main mystery to be explored, however, was what had caused the preservation seen in the body, particularly of the soft tissue of the hand. Natural mummification is rare, especially because it's like in a jar. Though it happens through a number of methods, it usually takes place in drier and or colder conditions than those found at this cemetery. Furthermore, other bodies placed nearby in the cemetery decayed as normal, despite being in the same basic conditions. So using chemical analysis on the bodies, the team found the answer. So fucking weird. The infant's body was crammed full of copper, especially as you'd expect in the hand clutching the copper coin.
Oh.
So the copper found in the body was 497 times higher than levels found in other mummies.
What?
Wow.
So they mummified this baby's body with copper intentionally.
Well, copper is antimicrobial.
Yeah, I'm getting to it. The antimicrobial properties of the copper coin.
All right, Kenyon redeeming herself for the tub tooth situation.
Thank you.
Let's see it. I love it.
How did you know that just off the top of your head?
I don't know, but I did. It was in there.
Maybe from the other mummified baby coin situation you
Yeah,
were researching.
Maybe.
So the antimicrobial properties of the copper coin kept the hand and other parts of the body that the copper had contaminated from being broken down by microbes. The team believes that it is the first solely copper-driven mummification case ever reported.
Wow. Well, copper is expensive. It would be an expensive way to embalm a body. It helps that it was an infant body.
Well, it's in Hungary, so I don't know how prevalent copper is in Hungary. It's expensive now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe back then it wasn't as expensive.
Mm-hmm. They add that with other burials taking place with copper placed near the bodies, hopefully more cases are to appear in the future. How fucking cool is that?
Very cool.
Green
Weird.
mummies.
Very weird.
Weird.
Did help that it was a small body, though. They just stuffed it full of copper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think that is so cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, last but not least, I have our obituary area.
Oh.
This is a really cute obit sent in by Kelly F., and the obit is for a woman named Mary Pink Mullaney. If you're about to throw away an old pair of pantyhose, stop. Consider Mary Agnes Mullaney. You probably knew her as Pink, who entered eternal life on Sunday, September 1st, 2013. So this is kind of old. Her spirit is carried on by her 6 children, 17 grandchildren, 3 surviving siblings in New Jersey, spelled like that, and an extended family of relations and friends from every walk of life. We were blessed to learn many valuable lessons from Pink during her 85 years. Among them, never throw away old pantyhose. Use the old ones to tie gutters, child-proof cabinets, tie toilet flappers, or hang Christmas ornaments.
Okay. Or just don't own pantyhose.
She was an
Would
old
be my
lady.
tip. Sure. Okay. Fine.
Also, if a possum takes up residence in your shed, grab a barbecue brush to coax him out. If he doesn't leave, brush him for 20 minutes and let him stay. That was my favorite part.
Hilarious.
Let a dog or 2 or 3 share your bed. Say the rosary while you walk them. Go to church with a chicken sandwich in your purse. Cry at the consecration every time.
This is you. You
Yeah.
like this woman because it's you.
Yup.
Yeah, maybe.
Correct.
Give the chicken sandwich to your homeless friend after Mass. Go to a nursing home and kiss everyone. That is not me.
No.
When you learn someone's name, share their patron saint's story and their feast day so they can celebrate. Invite new friends to Thanksgiving dinner. If they're from another country and you have trouble understanding them, learn to listen with an accent. Never say mean things about anybody. They are poor souls to pray for.
Not you. Never mind. We lost it. We were in it with the cheeseburger.
Yeah.
It's about to come
Chicken
back.
sandwich.
It's about to come back.
Okay.
Put picky eating children in a box at the bottom of the
Yep.
laundry chute. Tell them they are hungry lions in a cage and feed them veggies through the slats.
Oh, that's cute.
Okay.
It went, I was nervous for a second, and then it went, okay.
Put them in a box, let them pretend they're desperate,
your
and
children
then feed
in a
them
cage.
vegetables.
Then they'll eat. I could absolutely see you creating that scenario.
Correspond with the imprisoned and have lunch with the cognitively challenged. Do the jumble every morning. It's like the daily crossword puzzle. Keep the car keys under the front seat so they don't get lost.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Make the car dance by lightly tapping the brakes to the beat of songs on the radio.
You do that.
That reminds me of Amanda's sister. When we listened to Daft Punk, she always did that when she was driving us around.
Listen, we love to do the beats. We love to do the instruments. It's our thing.
Offer rides to people carrying a big load or caught in the rain or summer heat. This is so specific. Believe the hitchhiker you pick up who say he's a landscaper and his name is Pete Moss.
Oh my God. There's no way.
Oh, no.
Help anyone struggling to get their kids into a car or shopping cart or across a parking lot. Give to every charity that asks. Don't send them porn.
Don't do that.
Choose to believe the best about what they do with their money, no matter what your children say they discovered online. Allow the homeless to keep warm in your car while you're at Mass. Take magazines you've already read to your doctor's office for others to enjoy. Do
I
not
might have to start doing that. I'm overloaded.
Do not tear off the mailing label, because if someone wants to contact me, that would be nice. In her lifetime, Pink made contact time after time. Those who have taken her lessons to heart will continue to ensure that a cold drink will be left for the overheated garbage collector and mail carrier. Every baby will be kissed. Every nursing home resident will be visited. The hungry will have a sandwich. The guests will have a warm bed and soft nightlight. And the encroaching possum will know the soothing sensation of a barbecue brush upon its back.
Oh.
Above all, Pink wrote to everyone about everything. You may read this and recall a letter from her that touched your heart, tickled your funny bone, or made you say, huh? She is survived by her children and grandchildren whose photos she would share with prospective friends in the checkout lines. And then they list like 10,000 names. Pink is reunited with her husband and favorite dance and political debate partner, Dr. Gerald L. Mullaney, and is predeceased by 6 siblings. Loving the word predeceased here.
Mm-hmm.
Friends and strangers she would love to have met can visit with Pink's family at the Freerick Funeral Home. Dress comfortably with a splash of pink if you have it. In Pink's memory, donations can be made to a ton of different charities are listed. Or
All of the charities.
Or any charity that seeks to spread the good news of Pink's friend Jesus. And it notes at the end, there will be valet parking at the funeral home.
As Jesus would have wanted it.
Exactly.
I just thought that was so sweet and really random.
So sweet.
The
That is
possum,
sweet.
the barbecue brush.
I love that.
Happy possum.
May every possum know the pleasure of a barbecue brush upon its back.
It's
That's
kind of
so-
a miracle that this person was not murdered before
from-
her time.
Yep.
But
Being so open to
For
the
being-
entire world.
yeah, you know
the
what?
hitchhikers,
for being
folks sleeping in her car.
Christ-like
we
in a
don't
way.
know that she wasn't murdered.
Right.
They tend to leave that out.
It's fine.
Anyway, that's all I got for us this time.
Wow. So good.
Classic.
Roller
So
coaster.
sweet.
Yeah.
Quite a roller coaster.
Get some it's usually like anthropology and something really dark and sad and
Yeah.
a really sweet obit.
Fucking
That's my
haunted
recipe.
baby hand.
That baby hand.
It
Antimicrobial
looks like a monkey
copper.
paw.
Well, now I know you guys are going to like my case for whatever topic I'm doing that for. I can't remember.
Gonna
Oh,
love
God.
it.
Great. Can't wait.
Thanks for
Yay.
listening, and we'll see you next month.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Wine and Crime. Our cover art is by Kala Yip, music by Phil Young and Corey Wendell, editing by Jonathan Camp. Check out our website and blog at wineandcrimepodcast.com. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Wine and Crime Pod. If you have questions, answers, or recommendations to share, email us at wineandcrimepodcast@gmail.com. Episodes are available on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, basically wherever you get your favorite podcasts. And if you like the show, please rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. It is the best way to spread the word. If you'd like to show your support, visit our Patreon page to keep this podcast and the wine flowing. Cheers.